It's a corpse, partially buried in the ice and snow.
They can tell it's a male body. It's lying face down, arms spread out. His head had been crushed, and when they got closer, they saw that he was even missing a leg.
Over time, his face has become unrecognizable, but his head is still covered in thick blonde hair. The ice climbers wonder if this was once a hiker who met an unfortunate end. Who was this person?
Then they see his knapsack and realize that it's not a knapsack, it's a parachute.
On closer inspection, they see the words U.S. Army Air Corps stenciled on the fabric.
U.S. Army Air Corps is an old name. It's a forerunner of the U.S. Air Force. But back then, before the attack on Pearl Harbor, it was called the U.S. Army Air Corps.
When the hikers brush the snow off the body, it's confirmed. His uniform is clearly from the Second World War.
World War II servicemen in California? That's strange.
But we do know that top-secret activities were carried out during World War II all over the American West. Was this soldier involved in a mission that has never been revealed?
The climbers alert local law enforcement to their bizarre discovery. Within days, a specialized military response team is on the scene.
The first order of business in an investigation like this is obviously to get the remains back to the lab. Because they didn't want to damage the body and it was encased in ice, they ended up taking a block of ice with the body back to the lab.
That's where forensic anthropologists will gently thaw him out by spraying him with water. They need to go slowly to minimize any damage to tissues.
The forensic anthropologists, of course, begin to look through his personal effects. And they find a nameplate. But unfortunately, it's terribly corroded and unreadable.
Investigators turn to the same tools employed at crime scenes. An ultraviolet light helps tease out faint details on the nameplate. Inscribed in the metal are the letters E-O-A-M.
They search through the military records, but there's no names that match those letters.
But the pockets of the dead man's uniform offer several clues. 11 coins, a fountain pen, and a scrap of paper.
What was written down on that note that he was carrying with him? Was he bringing some kind of secret message?
This time, they use a high-resolution video spectral comparator.
It's actually the same technology that the FBI uses to investigate suspicious documents.
The comparator is able to decipher the faded words. Could it be coded, classified information?
Turned out to be a few lines from a limerick. And given the kind of songs and stories that lighten the mood for military members going off to war, you can imagine what kind of limerick it was.